All right, hello, what's going on? Live streaming a brew day. Going to be making a, there we go, Nectaron IPA. Pop out chat. Bro, what the heck? There we go. What is up? My guy. We cleaning tonight. Welcome, aliens. Let's see here. There we go. Y'all have me confused with this cleaning thing. Did I mess something up in the description? Or y'all just being silly? Okay. Oh man, well, let's see here. I don't think I need a drill. Boom. Ba-boom. All right. Gonna be brewing a Nectaron. No, it's not. You know it is, yeah. Nectaron IPA with a new accessory that we've not shown before. This is our brand new lid. It's a distillation lid, which really it's just a solid lid with a ferrule on top, which allows you to do a lot of things. You can add a man, my brain needs to turn on. Maybe I need to drink a beer. You can add a steam condenser, okay, for your boil, which we have. I'm not going to use today, but we don't have it in stock yet. It's still in production. We've tested it. It works great. Made a bunch of modifications. You can also add columns and condensers for actual real distillation, and you can add a spunding valve to this and use this kettle as a fermenter, which is what I'm going to be doing with this beer, which is a beer that's going to be made with Kvike yeast and Nectaron hops. So the first thing I need to do is get some water in the kettle. Yeah, well, it's gonna be a late night, but I'm using this 240 controller. Last minute, I was gonna do 120, then I was thinking, no, it's gonna take way too long. I think I can get this done in 3 hours if you guys don't distract me and I don't distract myself. So, that said, probably not gonna happen. We'll try it though. I do need to get some, first of all, get some water in this kettle, and it's looking like we're looking at water. Where's 7.3 gallons of water? So let's get this guy moved over. You know what? I'm gonna change this up because I can use my tankless to put some hot water in here. I would never do that if I had a tank water heater, but we got a tankless up in here for this very reason. It's gonna make this heat up process a lot faster. Boom. How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, I was thinking about doing a superdelic for this beer, but decided not to. I did a superdelic beer this summer, and I didn't really like it. I don't know, it was just kind of a really hacked together recipe. It was all right, but this wasn't one of my favorites. I don't know if y'all been to the store, but they just released this, and pretty excited about that. All right. Man, Macintosh computers. Killing me. Oh my God. There we go. All right, cool. Bell's Hop Slime. I mean, it's been a long time. What are you drinking, Donnie? Ooh. Thanks to JW for putting this kit together for us down at the old Asheville Brewer Supply. They make all of our recipe kits, and we're making this one because the last one that I made, they ran out of the hops, and this year's harvest has not come in yet, so we decided to make a new kit. And I think we've kept the base recipe exactly the same as it was for the other beer, but we have just swapped out Nectaron hops for the hop that we ran out of, which honestly at this point I can't even tell you what it was. I'm blanking. Was it Strata? Who knows? No, it was Crush. Crush was really good too. I drink some, but I have it out in the shipping container in the refrigerator. Ginger wine, no. Never made ginger wine, but we made that ginger cider several years back, and man, that stuff was really good. It really zoomed you up too. Working night shift in Sweden. Well, you know, I mean, if nobody's there, you could bring your brew system in. All right, get this Campton in, and then I'm gonna crack this beer. Dude, it is hot in here. Jeez, I don't know why. Oh yeah. I don't think we should do 170. Probably, let's look at the old instruction sheet here. 149, okay. I don't know why we're going so low. I think that's what we did on the last one though. It turned out really well. So we're gonna go with it. All right. How's that? Good? Perfect? Could be better. Could be worse. The weirdest ingredient we ever put in our homebrew? Gosh, that's a good question. We did that carrot and beet beer once, and man, Emmett and I have been talking about that for years. It was honestly one of the better beers that we made, and in a really strange way, but really good. We've wanted to brew it again since we made it. Honestly, I think we should just do it. It had like the coolest color, and it had this really earthy vibe from the root vegetables. Yeah, maybe we should put that on the list for 2026. All right, let's see, here we go. Gotta move this chat so I can actually see what you got. Oh, god dang it. Apple. Fucking hate Apple computers. He was like, hey, let me help you with this thing that you don't, oh my fucking god, I'm gonna lose my shit. There we go. Okay, Ross update or not. Now, I do have a Ross update. You know, I mean, it's not a good situation. You know, he's not doing great. He has been a lot better. He did have some complications here recently that he kind of worked through, and he is going to be doing a cross-country trip starting tomorrow, actually. And I believe if everything goes well, he'll end up in Asheville for a bit, and then make it back, head back out to Colorado. So, yeah, man, really sad about Ross. Thanks so much for everyone who has supported Ross and reached out to him with good vibes. He really appreciates it, and we appreciate that too. So, man, gotta get these armrests up, make myself feel comfortable here. All right, so do we do noble hops for the beet and carrot? I don't have no idea. I mean, we'd have to look that up on the old website. Maybe, I'm not sure. That seems like, I don't think we used anything crazy. I don't think there was like, we probably did. I doubt there's any Citra or Mosaic or any of those, you know, like IPA hops or anything in there, so. Yeah, thanks again, everybody. We'll let Ross know that you're all talking about him and thinking about him. And really, I mean, I'm sure read the comments on the video and the Instagram posts and everything. So thank you for all the nice, kind things that you said. Ross is a hell of a guy. He is one of a kind. Can't be replaced. And, you know, we wanted to make the video now. I mean, we could have waited until he's no longer with us, but I thought that would be like a waste of an opportunity to really, for all of us to let him know how we feel about him. Because, you know, we don't always do that. It's not something that we naturally do as people. And I think if anyone deserves to know how much they've impacted other people and brought joy to their lives, it's been Ross. So it is Ross. So anyway, all right, so I got an idea I haven't tried because I'm scared, but I love your s'mores vid. How about s'mores and spores? No way, dude. And an oyster? Dude, what? No, I don't think so. I mean, you should try it and let us know how it goes. That could be your first video on your YouTube channel. But that will not be my 201st video on this channel. Or any video ever. Yeah, give people flowers while they can still smell them. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. By Ross. Yeah, you know, Ross, I mean, he taught us a lot. And unfortunately, we'll never be as cool or kind or funny or generous and witty as him, but maybe we're a little bit more for having known him. Killing the amazing s'mores. I don't know. I mean, I've never had a beer with mushrooms in it. But I guess, you know, maybe it would be good because that carrot and beet beer was good. What makes you think? I mean, what is it? Are we talking psychedelic mushrooms? Because then maybe, yeah, I could try one of those beers, but I'm not gonna brew it. Not going to brew it. Somebody brewed this beer a while back. It was like this Rocky Mountain oyster beer. It was a stout with like bull balls in it. Come on now. Why? Why are we doing that? There's no need for that. Adjust this camera a little bit. Dude, you know you're getting old when you like squint at everything. Yeah, right there. That good? Yeah. Let's see if I'm still in the frame. Barely. One of those numbers here. Yeah, there we go. Now we're cooking. A midnight brew, like what? Like start at midnight? Yeah, I haven't done a midnight brew. And yes, Golden Hive did drink his hot dog mead. If you watched that video, you would have seen, if you watched that entire video, you would have seen me in that video tasting it. And I did not like it. So I think that is a strike against the marshmallow mushroom beer idea. I was actually just afraid that I was gonna die. Here's how that happened. Charlie and CH made a batch while Charlie was in Knoxville, but CH pre-made the hot dog mead that I tried. And I was thinking, CH, now, did you really follow all the directions on this? Because if you didn't, there is a chance I might die. And I wasn't trying to do that. I wasn't trying to go out like that. There's a lot of ways that would be better than hot dog mead. In fact, can't think of one that would be worse than hot dog mead. All right. We got some grains going in, pre-crushed, no mash paddle. You know what? This is gonna be a Kyle brew day. I'm not even gonna stir it. I'm not convinced it's entirely necessary. I'll get these grains in and then I'll tell you what the recipe is in case you want to brew it yourself and you don't want to use our online delivery service, which is fine by us. It'd be cheaper if you got it from your local shop, and it would be better for them and probably for you if you supported them and kept them in business. All right. You know what, I guess I will find a mash paddle and stir it. There's gotta be one around here somewhere. I just had one earlier. Oh heck, maybe I won't. I moved it to take a picture earlier today. The question is, what did I do with it? What I have done. Oh, here it is. Boom. Let's see if there's any dough balls in here. Really? I mean, I'm not even feeling any dough balls. I feel like I just now have one more thing to clean unnecessarily. Nice. Ooh, overnight mash. You know what? I didn't even think about that. I could just leave right now. I don't think so. I'm gonna stick around and do this. So, hey Siri. Hey Siri. Siri. Oh, there we go. Set a timer for 30 minutes. All right.
30 minutes. Counting down.
Doing a 30-minute mash. Maybe I'll let it go a little bit longer, like 40 minutes. But I'm cutting it off there. I am going to save some time by fermenting this in the kettle here, so it's going to take me less time. Yeah, I should probably explain that because I'm kind of excited about this. So, you know, we got this new lid, and the benefits are you can use a steam condenser while you're boiling. Not going to do that because we don't have it ready quite yet. The production parts aren't ready. You can use it as a distiller. You can also use this as a fermenter. And I think like the best use of this as a fermenter would be to put some Kvike in there, crank that thing up to 100 degrees and let it rock, and crank out this beer in like 3 days, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I'm stoked because I've not done this. I've fermented it in the kettle before, but I've always had to, you know, I put the lid on and then I just like weigh it down with a bunch of heavy tri-clamps and other parts and whatnot. But it's not sealed. However, with this lid, it actually has a seal in it. So I can seal this thing up like an actual legit fermenter. And since we're boiling in it, it's gonna be clean and sanitized. So, and then I can put a spunning valve on it as well. I can't put any pressure on the spunning valve because this has a super low duty, like light pressure leaf valve for the actual distillation process. But that's fine. I don't want to pressurize it anyway. I just want it to be warm. what is going on with. I need to change the video resolution. Y'all getting like weird video, anything, or video looking weird at all? Open widget. Error. Change the video resolution. Okay. Anyone know how to do that? I wonder if it's on my camera? Oh, my camera's normal. Guys, help me out here. Viewer activity, stream health, poor. Okay. How's the video feed? Audio and res good. Don't touch it. All right, sweet. I did just now pinwheel. No, it looks great. Video fine. Video clear. Video pressure fermenting is overrated. It looks good. Thanks. Looks 4K. Heck yes. Oh, okay. So I have determined this though. Emmett and I were talking about this earlier today, and the one drawback of fermenting in the kettle, especially like a big IPA like this, is that I'm going to have a lot of hops in here, and if I don't use a hop basket, which I have not been using hop baskets lately, then I'm going to have a ton of hops in here during the fermentation. I'm basically going to be dry hopping with like the entire amount of hops in there. And I don't know, I feel like that might be too much. So I think what I'm going to do is use a hop basket for about half these hops. And then the last bit, I think I might just pop them in there and leave them. Because I always transfer some hops over into the fermenter. It's like inevitable. So maybe I'll add like one ounce of the Nectaron that just stays in there the whole time. What y'all think about that? Good idea? Bad idea? Horrible idea? So-so idea? Did I just freeze for a long time? What happened here? Good Lord. Yeah, I don't really understand. I don't understand how streaming works. To be completely honest. You know? Oh, you know what? It could be my Wi-Fi. Yeah, anyway. Well, I'm just gonna keep going. It seems like I froze there for a sec, but. Need Abby? You mean Libby? Yes, I need Libby. Libby, if you're watching, which she might be, please text me and tell me what to do. In fact, I'm gonna check my phone. Okay, anyway, Friday night, what's everybody drinking tonight? I got the Sierra Nevada Celebration Fresh Hop IPA. I tried to buy this at the grocery store 2 days ago. They would not let me buy it because I did not have my ID with me. I never carry my ID. I have a picture of it on my phone if I need it. I use my phone to tap to pay for everything. I don't know why you would carry your ID with you in 2025 unless you plan on getting pulled over. Anyway, I'm like, are you kidding me? And they said, we are not kidding you. So I didn't get to buy it. And I told my buddy about it, and he stopped by the store the next day to get something and had his ID with him and picked me up a 6-pack. Much appreciated, Drew. Thanks, you are the man. And dropped it off. Heck yes. Hoodoo Ranger, yeah. Sam Adams Winter Lager, Sierra Hazy. Let's see what we got going on here. So, one for my Sport and S'more. Sport and S'more, all right. Sierra Hazy, Sam Adams Winter Lager, Doo Ranger, Amber IPA, very nice. Dude, about to do a workout and then an intro workout and then a protein shake for me tonight. You know what? It's nice following the workout sometimes with a beer. Just saying. I did that the other day and it felt real nice. Yingling. Man, I can't drink the old Yingling. I just can't do it. I don't know why. It just doesn't sit right with me anymore. Maybe I drank too many, 1,000 too many when I was like in my 20s. Dingle Port Cask, Irish whiskey, very nice. You know, I mean, I do like myself some Irish whiskey. It's just, I feel irresponsible when I drink it. Baltic Porter, got that Taco Mouse. Dude, I do got that Taco Mouse. It's great. Czech Pilsner homebrew, sweet. Homebrewed New Zealand Pilsner, sweet. Pilly Willy, nice. Hopadillo. Yeah. So, this kit, like I said, let me tell you what's in here. So it's 7 pounds of Chesapeake Pilsner, and then we got 2 pounds of white wheat malt. So again, Hazy IPA, if you're trying to make a hazy with haze that stays, you're gonna want some white wheat. And then flaked oats, that's really more for like mouthfeel and body, I believe. I don't think it, the stability of the haze due to the oats is on par with the white wheat. And then we got the old Riverbend Great Chit malt. And chit is actually another good one for haze that stays and for body, that body yaddy yaddy. I guess what's the carapils is like what people did in the past, and it doesn't work as well as everybody thought it did. So great shit. And then, by the way, the 7 pounds of base malt we're using, it is the Chesapeake Pilsner by Riverbend. I'm not sure if the wheat or the oats, I know the oats is not from Riverbend, but the base malt is Riverbend and the great shit is Riverbend. We love Riverbend. That's our local malt house. It's actually incredible. I don't know if they do tours, but if you're ever in Asheville and they do tours, it would be worth it because that place is just like mind-blowing. But super fresh malt for us and super good. Super awesome dudes. I see them around town often, and they're really cool. Anytime I ever email them and ask them for anything, they get right back, and they're super nice. So yeah, then the hops, we got 1 ounce of Nectaron, 3 ounces of Citra, 2 ounces of Nectaron. We got Amarillo and then Mosaic. Once the actual video is for this is out, oh shoot, I didn't take any video. I need to be taking some video. You know what, I might just not. Emmett and Libby tried to tell me I wouldn't, and I tried to tell them I would, but guess what, they were right. So that's fine, whatever. I'll just use the live stream. But Mosaic is the last one, and then once the actual, if we do, we'll do some sort of a video on this beer, I'm sure. I'll put the recipe details, the rest of them up on the old website. I have a question for you guys though. I am wondering if I should put a Whirlflock tablet in this. I ordinarily would not do that. It's a hazy IPA, and the Whirlflock is meant to drop the stuff out of suspension that's in the beer. But JW down at the homebrew shop, who is objectively a better brewer than I am, told me that I should add at least half of the Whirlflock. I think I'm going to do it because I've already done this beer, this grain bill for this beer, for another beer, and it's actually out in the garage, the container, on tap still. So I think it'd be cool to do a side by side. I don't want to do it though. I do have beer on tap. I have several types of beer on tap. What do I have? Oh, I have Libby's Oktoberfest. We have a Kvike cider that I made. I have an American IPA, which turned out great. A Hazy IPA, which turned out great. I have a Mexican lager, which is incredible, and a German lager, which turned out great. Those four are outside, so I didn't want to go out and get them. And I totally forgot we had the Oktoberfest on tap, so maybe after this, I'm gonna pour myself an Oktoberfest. I also have 5 gallons of a Saison yeast cider fermenting right here. I have another 5 gallons somewhere else fermenting of cider made with our, Mythical Hammer yeast. And then Libby and Emmett brewed something while I was out of town. Oh, Scottish ale, which I'm not excited about. That's not really my thing. So we have no shortage of beer here right now. How about you guys? What do you guys got on tap? Sorry, I'm going to adjust something over here on my computer. There we go. Figure out how to get some stats up here. Some analytics. No, I don't want to cancel. Oh, jeez, end the stream. Come on. Strawberry cream ale. Interesting. I haven't made a cream ale in a long time. I think the last one we did was like, I put it on nitro, and it was really good. That was quite some time ago. Let's see here. Donnie has 2 Mexican lagers, copper ale, an IPA, and a blue raspberry hard seltzer. Interesting. American Pale Ale. Got a Zombie Dirt IPA and a Tombstone IPA. I'm seeing a theme there. Was that like Halloween theme, or is that just your personal vibe? Petite Saison, and that's really kind of what I want to, like an English ale. You know, that's what I want to brew next. I just haven't had time to, I have a beer engine that I want to brew like an English cask ale for. I really like Saison. Anchor Steam clone on our 20-gallon system. Heck yeah, man. First 10-gallon batch. Oh, cool. Wow. 10 gallons of Anchor Steam clone. That's great, man. Are they still in business? Did they like go out of business? I thought they were going out of business, and I thought maybe they were going to be like revived by somebody. Somebody was going to buy them out and keep them rolling. Gluten-free lager, interesting. 5 ciders, nice. Spiced apple brew. Yeah, you know, we should make like a spiced apple cider, hard cider. That could be really good. Halloween themed IPA is nice. I see Matthew is a member. Thank you, dude. We've been trying to shout the members out in our videos at the front end of the videos instead of waiting for the back, because we really appreciate that. English Sierra Nevada with Marisado. That's cool. Hibiscus cream ale, interesting. Nice. Explain the lacto-fermented apple cider. Yeah, caramel apple hard cider, actually. I'm not really a big fan of like sweet anything really when it comes to alcohol, but I bet that would be delicious. Yeah. You know what? We haven't done anything cool and different and interesting for a while, brew-wise, beer-wise. We've been kind of sticking with the stuff that is good. when you like screw around a bunch, it's not always good. It's fun. I think it's more fun that way. But, you know, like I brewed the same German lager recipe this year 4 times because it was really good, first of all. And second of all, I was making little tweaks to the recipe. So there's something to be said for that too. And epic fail on the rice lager, what happened? Must have gotten good conversion. Stuck fermentation. Out 5 gallons of orchards. Wait, hold up now. I tried that mostly rice lager last week and was an epic fail. Must not have gotten good conversion. Interesting. I wonder why. I mean, you have to add a base malt to it. So, did you add base malt? And then out of 5 gallons of orchard cider in the fermenter, out 5 gallons. I don't know what that means. Maybe you meant to write put. Yeah, sometimes learning to make the same beer over and over is the way to go. But, you know, like that nitro stout we made a long time ago. Or, I'm sorry, the nitro cream ale. I was just like random thing I tried and it was really good. So, I don't know. I wish I had time to do both. I don't. To be completely honest, I've been spending so much time, Emmett and I both have been spending so much time on equipment related stuff, like business related stuff this year. Which is not cool, man. I mean, it is a necessary part of owning and operating a business, but it's not the most fun part. Maybe we're trying too hard. Maybe we just need to, we just have things we want to get done. Got a lot of irons in the fire, and maybe too many. Yeah, experimentation is always fun, occasionally delicious. Exactly. We be mashing a Golden Orbit Hazy IPA with Nectaron hops. I'm going to be fermenting it in this kettle with this, speaking of business development and not wanting to do it, we've done it anyway, and we have this cool new distillation lid, which allows me, it's got a seal on the bottom. I have this butterfly clamp, so I can put a tight, airtight seal on this, and I'm gonna put a spunding valve on it. I'm using Kveik yeast. I'm gonna crank it up to about 100 degrees. I don't know, what temperature do you guys think I should use? I'm thinking maybe somewhere high 90s or even 100 degrees, and then I'm gonna let this thing rip for like a day or two, and it should be done. I'm gonna do make an uncharacteristic move on this one. If you guys could please help remind me, I'm gonna take a gravity reading so I know that I have good conversion here, and then I know when it's done as well. Looking for a fractional CFO. I have a fractional CFO. That's my problem, guys. I've been working with him. Do we have financial problems? No, not at all. Do we have organizational problems and not wanting to do actual work problems? Absolutely. So that's kind of what we're using them for. We've always been like really conservative with, I think, everything we do. Like, we don't spend a lot of money on crazy things. You know, Emmett and I worked literally out of coffee shops for the first, I worked out of my house in a garage that I rented for $100. I started the business in my basement, and then worked out of a garage that I rented for $100 a month for like a year and a half, and then worked out of the garage in my house for another 2 years, and then literally worked out of a garage in another house, but the business was bigger, so I had like a pod out front for another 9 months, and then moved into a pretty cheap warehouse but didn't have office space, so Emma and I worked out of a coffee shop for years. We worked out of a coffee shop. So we generally don't have we don't have financial problems. We do have like problems where we're just, you know, Emma and I are not scientists. We didn't go to Harvard. We barely went to the colleges that we barely got into. So we hired a fractional CFO and said, you know what, if you could just be our boss, that's kind of what we need, because we don't have a boss, and that'd be cool. And not necessarily because of that, but despite, you know, us not wanting to do it, we made this sweet lid, and we did that because this is something we really want. You guys have asked for it too. Yeah, ditch the Yingling. I outed you as, yeah, man, a little soft for a Friday night. What's that, like, you know, high threes or something? I think this is, what is this? 6.8, baby, yeah. Yeah, man, I'm gonna dip into Libby's Oktoberfest here in a minute. When we did that video and I did the tasting, I said at the end of the video that it was better than the other like 2 or 3 Oktoberfests that we had on the table that were from the store, and I was not lying. It is good. So if you're trying to brew a nice, and it was actually an ale too. It was like a fake Oktoberfest. It was like a quick Oktoberfest hack, which if I was doing that, I would have just pressure fermented like 3470, but I wasn't here when they made it, so whatever. How long did I overlap? Dude, I overlap jobs way too long. I almost had a mental breakdown, and I'm not kidding about that, because it was almost impossible keeping up with my like demanding day job. In Colorado, I was working for a consulting company in Boulder, and it was a lot. And then working like, you know, all morning and all evening, all night on my side hustle. But I didn't quit my day job until I had literally made my entire salary for the next year with my side hustle. So that helped. Should you start a brewery in 2026? No. I tried to film something earlier today about MGP, a contract distillery in, I think it's Evansville, Indiana. It's southeast Indiana. If you know who MGP is, you're pretty deep into the whiskey world, but they're a contract distiller. They specialize in making rye whiskey, but they make a lot more than that. Rye whiskey is notoriously hard to make. Rye mashes are very difficult to deal with. And you down with MGP? Yeah, you know me. And so like at some point or another, most of the rye whiskeys that are sold in your average liquor store were made by MGP. Some of them actually switched away from that and made it themselves, but almost all of them started with MGP. So we're talking like High West, we're talking Templeton Rye, we're talking Bullet, stuff like that. And what they do is MGP will make like the clear spirit for them and then ship it to them in a tote, and they'll age it, and then they'll bottle it, and then they'll put it in a store. Or MGP will make the rye whiskey, put it in barrels, barrel age it, and send it to them a tote. They'll bottle it and sell it. Or MGP might even bottle it and then send it to them, and then they'll send it out to a whiskey store. And they're kind of like, it's kind of shady because some of these companies got sued. For example, Templeton Rye got sued because they made this big deal about how it was like Al Capone recipe or something for some local legend mob boss who lived in Templeton, Illinois. This is his recipe, and they're making this whiskey based on like how he made it, and making it seem like they had actually made this whiskey when they did not. MGP had made the whiskey. And that's not my story. The story is this: MGP's sales are down massively in 2025. Like they are cratering, partially because of the fact that demand for spirits is going down. People are drinking less alcohol than ever. They're drinking a lot more THC drinks these days. I happen to have just gone to the bottle shop down the street, and I bought 2/3 THC and 1/3 beer. Partially because I have a lot of beer here, but also, anyway, the other thing is the tariffs are killing MGP specifically because like countries like Canada, you know, they retaliated immediately against, I think it was some energy tariffs, by slapping a 25% tariff on American whiskey. And then a bunch of like the provinces just boycotted it outright. So maybe like a small craft brewery, you're not going to be exporting, so maybe that wouldn't be relevant to you. But certainly the decline in demand for alcohol would affect you if you're trying to open up a brewery. And there's also, I mean, it's, you know, it's not like it was in, you know, 2005 or whatever, 2010, where craft beer was really starting to take off and there was a lot of demand and there weren't that many breweries and they weren't even making that great of beer. Now it's really not like that. There's a lot of breweries and you gotta be making really good beer, and you have to have really good marketing if you want to survive. So I wouldn't start a brewery. I mean, I know how to brew beer, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna start a brewery. Yeah, people used to smuggle weed from Canada to the US. Now they smuggle bourbon from the US to Canada. I bet that is true. I can see that being true. All right, so my timer went off. I said I'd let it go a little bit longer. That's what I'm gonna do. But I think I need to get ready to pull these grains. And that means I need to find some hooks to hook one off. Should probably move my computer mouse and my phone. All right, here we go. You know what I can do right now? Should I do a mash out on this? No. Yeah, why not? And that'll give me a little bit more time. It'll kind of convert from 150 up to 160 at least. So we'll do a mash out at 169. Boom. And then once we get up to temp, I'll pull this guy out. So if you're just joining us, I'm brewing the Golden Orbit Hazy IPA. It's a Hazy IPA made with Nectaron hops. We just put this recipe kit up on the site because the last hazy we made, gosh, I should just look this up. I don't know why I can't remember this. It's literally a beer that I made and put on my own website. Guys, I'm sorry. My brain is cooked. Recipe kits. All right, come on now. Oh God, oh yeah, it's the Midwest Hazy. What, the question is what hops? Oh, the crush, jeez, come on. So Midwest Hazy with the crush hops. The problem is that we just ran out of crush hops, and we won't have more until literally they're harvested and they are processed and a new shipment arrives. So, it's cool because there's no like back stock of the previous, 2 years back or a year back or whatever. So yeah, we decided to just, since that recipe was so good, the base is really good. It's super hazy, great head retention, great haze retention. The the auxiliary hops are really good. The Citra and Mosaic. We decided to just brew it again with Nectaron and see how that turns out. And on this one, JW down at my homebrew shop is insisting that I add half a roll flock tablet, which I would never do for a hazy IPA, but I'm going to do it. And we will see how it is different from the one that I brewed where I did not add half a roll flock tablet. Sounds like we hit 170. Yes, we did. We overshot it. Okay. And I'm super excited for this one because I'm gonna ferment it in the kettle with our new steam condenser lid, which is sealed, and I can put a spunning valve on. There's nothing that excites me more than not doing something. I like not doing things way better than I like doing things. And if I don't have to transfer this to dude, my back is wrecked from the gym. I should pull this back to me a little bit. All right. Oh yeah. This is gonna be a heavy one. Why is it so heavy? Oh, it's stuck. It was stuck on something in there. All right, guys, I've been training for this. Boom. Listen, if I can do this with one hand, y'all can do it with two. There we go. Sweet. All right, get this guy up to boil. So I don't have to watch this. Just gonna set it to like 202, and it should turn off before it boils over. Let's hope. Is CH doing okay? Yeah, man, he's doing okay. He's making some, you know, life changes for everybody, and he's making some life changes. So I don't understand all of them, but he's making some changes. I think he's done with the Homebrew for Life channel. He's wanting to move over to this DIY City channel, but he is doing a lot of Homebrew for Life Redux type videos on the new channel. He actually just released a new one today. It's a pretty funny one. How large is your prompter? It's not that big of a, it's bigger than like a normal TV screen, or computer screen. It's like a small TV, but I have the screen like enlarged. So my vision's not that great, honestly. I'm kind of doing that thing now where I gotta like hold my phone away. It's gonna be a thing for me. Yeah, I did hang out with CH from Homebrew for Life and Charlie from Golden Hive probably about a month ago, and had a great time with them. Drank way more beer than I wanted to, got way less sleep than I wanted to, but had more fun than I thought I would have, and I knew I was gonna have fun. You know what, Tom? I'm telling you, my brain is cooked. I didn't even think about recirculating. This is gonna be an experimental brew day. Because what if we made a brewing system that did not come with a pump? It was just a kettle and a heating element and a really simple controller, and it was super affordable. I feel like, you know, that could be a thing. I mean, you know, when people do, you never really, you didn't really recirculate back in the day when you would do like, I guess maybe you kind of did, but yeah, late night brew, less cleaning without recirculation, yeah. Because here's what would happen if I recirculated, then, because I'm going to ferment this in the kettle, I really wouldn't have a way to clean the pump out. I always use the brewing kettle to clean the pump. So I think this is the way to go. I could have maybe just like agitated it manually. Listen, this mouse, I can't use a normal mouse. Once you use this mouse, you'll never go back. It's funny that we're dialing in on the mouse here. It's called the Lift by Logitech. Here's the thing, when I try to use the mouse like that, it always like hurts my finger. If I try to edit a video for any length of time, my finger starts to hurt. So my fingers, it just like literally is, it's annoyingly painful for me. So I got this mouse and I love it. Nobody else can use it, but I like it. Yeah, I'm not even done with this first 6.8 IPA, so. I've never met Marshall from Brewlosophy. I've invited him out here to Asheville numerous times. He's a family man, he's got kids, I think he does a fair bit of traveling already. One of these days we'll make it happen. You know, I like him, he's a cool dude. Maybe we should just go out there. Nope, I'm not gonna sparge, no need for it. I have all the water in there I need already. Northwest Small Batch Brewing, what is up? Wait, why do you not care much for Brewlosophy? I think they're great. I think Brewlosophy's done more for the knowledge base of homebrewing than anyone has in a very, very long time. You could make an argument that, you know, maybe the tastings aren't as accurate as like they would like to think that they are, but they've repeated numerous experiments. They've repeated some of their experiments a number of times and have gotten the same result. So I think they're onto something. I don't think gelatin finding is considered cheating. I do it all the time, but you know. How the heck do you get super clear beer without gelatin finding? Wait a really long time. But you can also use like that. There's weird stuff out there like that. Like lobster shells or something like that. I don't know what that stuff is. I'm not super stoked on that stuff. I guess Irish moss, I mean, Whirlflock's supposed to help. I think the big breweries, like, they just filter it. Yeah, Brewlosophy has been instrumental in debunking a lot of homebrewing mythology, for sure. And, you know, it's like stuff that, I mean, people do at home, but they don't necessarily write. Like, I just did this mash without recirculating. And then some people would say, oh, you just ruined, you screwed your beer. It's not gonna be any good. It's gonna be great. No one's ever gonna drink this and be like, did you recirculate that? Did you not recirculate that? No one will ever know. So is it really necessary? I don't know. I think a pump is definitely handy in a lot of situations, but in some situations like this, where I'm gonna ferment in this kettle and I'm gonna leave it here for 3 days, you know, that's actually gonna be a pain to deal with if I have to take my hoses off and then try to clean them without the actual kettle, because the kettle is what I use to fill with water and PBW to clean the pump and the hose. Now my hose and pump are gonna get all functified. So yeah, I think this is the way to go. So it sounds like this thing stopped. Yes, it did. So I'm gonna take these grains out. And I'm gonna drip this everywhere. You know what we really need is we need a way to get these grains out without dripping them everywhere, right? And it doesn't matter what kind of brewing system you're using. There's always a problem with the grain basket, removing the grain basket and getting it to wherever you're gonna dump the grains without it dripping everywhere. I guess I'm just gonna drip it everywhere, because we have not solved that problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this door. We usually like kind of toss it in a bucket. I could do that. Oh, here we go. Because it'll let it drain a little bit more and we'll just drip a little bit less. Less drippy. Oh, drippy. Anyone out there a fan of Aqua Teen Hunger Force? Oh, drippy. Ooh, that's not bad at all. There we go. Okay. So using the 240. Again, I didn't really want to use the 240. I wanted to use the 120, but then I got started later than I thought I would, and like, man, this thing is just so fast, it immediately started boiling. Yeah, I wanted to use the 120, but then I couldn't really start this brew day until when I did, which is about 9:30, and I don't want to be here all night. Hey Siri. Siri, set a timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Counting down.
All right, I think this is 30-minute boil. Oh, shoot. Cancel that. Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes. Dude, this. All right, Emmett. I think Emmett might have screwed this instruction sheet up. I mean, they're like, this is completely backwards. No. Man, that is a vigorous boil right there. All right, I'm gonna have to look this up on our site. Brewing. No, education. Brewing. If you've never been to our site, we have a blog article for almost every beer we've ever made. Midwest Hazy. All right. So, yeah, no, this is not right. Emmett, you have done this incorrectly. No, he hasn't. No, I just can't read. Oh my God. Whirlpool. Jeez, all right, so I need to reset my timer for 20 minutes. And that is not an option. Okay, cool. So 20-minute timer. Once this goes off, I'm gonna add the Nectaron hops. And I'm gonna go ahead and get my hop basket ready so I don't forget that. Oh shoot, guys. I don't know where the hot basket for the, oh no, here it is. All right, and here's what I'm gonna do to increase hop utilization. I'm gonna add 2 separate baskets. Because you know what happens sometimes is that your hops kind of get jammed up. You had too much hops for the amount of space here in your basket. I'm just gonna add 2 baskets. That's what I'll do. The reason we haven't been using the baskets lately is because we've been using our whirlpool arm and our counterflow chiller. You get better hop utilization that way. But I think it's like, it's a geometry issue. I'm gonna solve it with 2. Killed this beer. Here's the thing, I really want to drink Libby's Oktoberfest, but I have, ooh shoot, I bought some beers at the Humber shop, or not the Humber shop, the bottle shop that I'm really excited about. Yeah, I'm doing the half roll flock tablet, so can't forget that. Yeah. Did I turn your Siri on? All right, Siri, go to Clawhammer Supply and buy a 10-gallon brewing system. All right, so here's my options. I'm gonna drink whatever I drink based on the hops. Enlightened aren't we all? This is a barrel beer, 7.2%. This has a bunch of mosaic in it, like several types of mosaic. We have mosaic, cryo, and then like several types of hand selected mosaic. This one looks like it has some Idaho 7 in it too. This one wins, gonna drink it. Totally. But this hop quilt by Fontaflora looked good. This laser tag, uppercuts and laser tag from Dissolver looked really good. And then an Edmunds Oast. This is a West Coast IPA that looked really good. And really what I think I need right now is just another 8% beer, 7.2. Yeah. Well, that certainly is interesting. Burial's can art. This is not one of my favorites, but it's still pretty cool. I don't know if you can see it. I think the thing that Burial got that other breweries didn't get, that they haven't gotten, is that the can art plays a significant role in whether or not someone's gonna buy your beer. Me, I need two things. I need some cool can art. I need three things. I need some cool can art. I need to know the hops that are in the beer. I'm very unlikely to buy the beer if it doesn't have the hops listed on the can, because I buy beer with hops in it that I like, or maybe sometimes hops that I want to try. I don't buy beer with hops in it that I don't like. And it needs to be fresh. I always look at the date on the bottom of the can as well. I feel like I should do a video on that. That's enough. 3 points for a video. But I don't know if any of you all were like into comic books as kids. I was definitely into comic books. And, you know, I mean, I would buy comic books based on the cover art. The cover art, you know, if it was a comic I'd never read before and the cover art was like badass, I was gonna buy it. So, poor draft. Sorry, I wanted to drink this beer. Sorry, Libby's Oktoberfest is draft pour worthy, but I got excited about this one. I've already had Libby's and I've never had this one. Let me know your hops. Yeah, ABV. I'm not really that concerned about the ABV generally. I don't care really if it's like 4% or 8%. I really don't care. I mean, I look at it, but it's not really the deciding factor. If a beer has, you know, Simcoe in it, and it's, you know, fresh and the can looks cool, I'm gonna buy it. Idaho 7 is another one of my favorites. I'm gonna buy it. I really want to make another like super heavy Idaho 7 beer, but we want to be able to actually offer that as a recipe kit. And the Idaho 7 stock that is down at the shop is pretty much gone. I think there's only like an ounce left. So once it's in, we're definitely gonna make another one. five vanilla, five deep on the vanilla strawberry cream ale and feeling it. I like it. Oh, hold up. So, hopefully a brew. So, in Ireland, there's a brewery called Hopefully. I like the name. That's cool, and it does great artwork. Cool. I like that. About local artists, I like that. Howdy is my favorite one, and it's like coconut and lemon IPA. Dude, sign me up. Would that be like lemon meringue pie? Does that have coconut in it? Is like coconut and lemon a thing? In like some sort of a pastry or something? I love coconut. Our coconut IPA, I mean, on the site, we have that as that's one of our recipe kits. Hands down my favorite recipe. Hands down my favorite beer that I've ever brewed. And I brewed that beer because I went down to Burial once and they had a coconut IPA on tap, and I was thinking, that's gotta be disgusting, but it's Burial. I've never had a bad beer here, and I tried it and I loved it. So, do I have a favorite style? I mean, I have a number of favorite styles, but that's the best beer I think I've ever brewed is that one. No, I don't think hops grow in the wild where we live, but there are some. There is a hop farm or two around here, I think. Dude, the brew tuber hangout at Clawhammer, it got wrecked, man. It got wrecked, and I'm just gonna be blunt about it. No one likes talking about politics these days, and I get it, but the fucking tariffs wrecked it. Like, we've been dealing with everything we sell and make, even the stuff that we make domestically was affected by that. Every business owner probably in the country is dealing with this in some way, shape, or form. So that we had big plans for this year. We got completely diverted. I'm not, we're fine. We're doing fine. We're actually making some cool changes because of that, and we'll just do it next year. Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, we should do like a 90s Cascade Centennial type of beer. I know Emmett would be down with that. Have you found any good local beers that replicate the German European flavor profile? Like what specific German and European beers are you talking about? You're talking about like the noble hops? All right, so 9 minutes. I need to add. Oh, so my first addition is an ounce of Nectaron. Yeah. I brewed you a coconut IPA, and my wife loved it. Well, what did you think of it, though? Did you like it? Yeah, man, Burial makes a good beer. Was not what I was expecting, but it's good. I gotta say, Mosaic's not my favorite hop. I don't know why I don't like it. It has this, I'm tasting the taste that I know that I don't really like. I only got it because it had a lot of Mosaic in it, and Burial makes good beer. So I thought, you know what, maybe if I have a good Burial Mosaic, I'll like it. But I just don't like it. I don't love it. I don't dislike it, but I don't love it. It's hard to describe like what I don't like about Mosaic. It kind of gives me like that cloying kind of sensation. That's got this like weird sweetness of a beer that's like an IPA that's like out of date. And this one is definitely not out of date. This is really fresh. So, like I said, I looked at the date. This was brewed within like 20 days ago. Has anyone else tried the coconut IPA recipe that we have on our site, or the coconut IPA kit? I'm just curious if I'm the only one who, maybe I just really like coconut, I don't know. Ooh, Senor Vodka, what is up, man? Dude, you are gonna be stoked when you see the new neon sign that we ordered. We're gonna revamp the brewing area here, and we have a neon sign. It's the horns version of the hammer, and I'm excited about it, dude. It's gonna be badass. Thank you so much for doing that. I would say that drinking a white stout counts for celebrating National Stout Day. Is that what today is? Dude, yes, you do need that shirt. Yeah, I'll send you one. Sorry, man. Send me an email or something. At this point, my brain is not braining very well, and I will never remember it. But yeah, I printed only enough of those shirts just to give away to friends. Well, really, if we were on top of our shit, I'd have them for sale on the site. I probably should do that, but it's something that we don't like really want to mess with. But I will send one to you. Interesting. So you did the coconut and added. Luke Parsons did the coconut IPA and then added a banana puree, and it turned out nice. That's an interesting addition. What do you mean by banana puree? Like you actually just blended up some bananas? Dude, the barrages are here. I mean, I thought about calling CH to see if he wanted to drop in, but I assumed he was working tonight. I don't think he's drank a beer in about a month or two, minus the time I spent with him a couple weeks ago. So I didn't want to wreck his schedule either. Friday night Barrage Con. Cinnamon sweet stout. So it's like a milk stout. Does it actually have coffee in it? Kyle, how have you been since the whole tariff bullshit? Bro, you don't want to know. You know, guys, don't get me started. There's just certain things stainless steel is just one of those things that it's like fucking avocados. They come from Mexico. Maple syrup, it comes from Canada. Stainless steel, guys, it comes from fucking China. So, you know, anything you want that's like machined, that's made out of stainless, it comes from China, unfortunately. Like all the copper stuff that we make, all our copper stills and everything, we make them here in the US. It's very easy for us to make that stuff here. We have a good, there's a good pipeline for like the materials and like the machining and everything for that, but stainless is not so much. But we're actually going to change that, so we'll see. Just nobody knows this now but you guys, but I literally just I've been on a buying spree. I've been on these like basically that would be like auction sites for welding shops and like manufacturing facilities and just like factories that have gone out of business, and they're just auctioning off all the old machinery and stuff. I've been on a buying spree here lately, buying machines that are, you know, like big ass fucking presses and stuff like that that we have zero experience using, but we're gonna make some of our own stuff that we haven't made. Some of the stuff we already do make, but we're gonna start making some new stuff. So we're gonna learn some new skills. Ooh, coconut stout. That could be really good. I'm not the bad influence, I would say. No. It's all relative. Coffee malt. I've not heard of coffee malt. It's like literally a malt that tastes like coffee? Oh, come on, did my watch turn off? Holy shit. Siri, how much time is left? Oh,
There's a timer with about 20 minutes left.
Oh, it just went off. All right, sweet. All right. So that means I need to add my 1 ounce of Nectaron. All right. Don't want to forget to add this. Dude, it's looking like my volume is low right out of the gate. I'm not liking that. Yeah, it's definitely low. Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes starting now.
Dude, this volume is definitely low. Add a little bit of water. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add this. I'm gonna add this for starters. Dripped it out of the old basket. There we go. Okay, I think we're good. We're like 5 3/4. Yeah, man, running solo tonight. Emma and Libby and I think we're gonna do some live streams to close out the year here. I know we said we were gonna live stream every brew day in 2025. sometimes sometimes it just doesn't work out like you think it's going to work out. So this is one of those years. So we're going to close out the year by doing some live streams. And I think next week, maybe even next Friday night or next Saturday, the gang is going to brew. The gang being me, Libby, and Emmett. I'll tell you what though, Emmett and Libby have been sick for like a month and a half. I don't know why. Everybody got sick, and they finally got me too. But I got better, and they're like still messed up. I don't know what happened to those guys, but I think it'll be better if we wait a week for them to join. Huh. Okay, so small batch. Wait, how long have you been here? Are you just joking, or because you've been here for a while, right? Are you messing with me here? Because this is what we've done here. Libby is A1 sauce at editing. She's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Guys, I've been watching a lot of Curb Your Enthusiasm lately. You know what we need to do is make like a Malort style beer. Like it's so bad it's good type of beer. Yeah, man, you too, Chris. I have another surprise for you as well, which is this. And this is a surprise for everybody. I probably shouldn't even be talking about this right now. But we're making a new controller. It's not going to be ready for a while, but we're wrapping up like the prototype stage right now, and it's going to be a touchscreen controller. And we're going to do what's called a splash screen, where when you turn it on, like something kind of rotates onto the screen, and we put a tiny little like 8-bit speaker in there. It's not even 8-bit, it's like 4-bit. It's like the lowest tech speaker you can possibly make. And we got like the sheet music for the Contra intro music, and then we converted that over to MIDI. And we're gonna have Vodka made this cool graphic where Emmett and I are like the guys on the Contra video game, the NES, and we're gonna have that come onto the screen when you power it up, and you're gonna hear the Contra music. Yeah, baby. Yeah, so you should hack your washing machine and make it play the Contra intro music or the Contra jungle music. Dude, that track shreds. Dude, yes, GoldenEye. Of all of the video games that were put out on the NES and SNES and N64, Contra and GoldenEye. Those are the two that I've spent the most on. Yeah, man. Metroid is good too. All right. So I guess I need to add this half a Rollflock tablet. Guess I'm few minutes late on this. Because I think the rest of the hops are, if I'm not wrong, whirlpool hops. 10 minutes left in the boil, 20-minute whirlpool, 20-minute whirlpool, 20-minute whirlpool, 20-minute whirlpool, yeah. I got lazy on this and made them more whirlpool hops. I didn't want to have to do a dry hop. Tell you what you don't want to do is add too much whirlfloc. Ooh, does whirlfloc cause boilovers? Because it looks like that's about to happen here. Like for real. I want to wait till it gets up to the very, very tippy top and I'm gonna cut the power. I'm kind of waiting for it to settle down too. It's still coming up though. Uh-oh. What? Once you guys can see it on camera, I'll turn it off. All right, let's fire up the boil over cam. Ooh, I think what you gonna do? Ooh, dude, this is looking psychedelic right now. Man, that's actually pretty cool. Let's try this on my phone. Ooh, fogged it up. Head has no face. All right, get on. Yeah, this is up on Polymarket if you guys want to place a bet. It's looking like the under is going to win. It's kind of, I'm tripping out on it though. It looks pretty cool. Ancient grains. Farrow beer, that'd be cool. Like, well, I mean, I feel like, didn't they make mead? Wasn't that their thing? All right, dude, I'm nursing. I'm about done with it. I'm drinking a burial beer. It's called Enlightened Aren't We All? It's a lot of mosaic, several types of mosaic. Excuse me, it's got some Incognito and Idaho 7. Pretty good, but not my favorite. All right. All right, so timer is off. That means I need to cut the heat. So, cutting heat. Heat is cut. You know what though? Shit. after all of that, I do really need to set the hoses up just so I can chill it down to 100 for the fermentation. Guys, my brain is really not braining. Did nobody think about this? I'm relying on you guys. You know what I think I'm gonna do actually? I'm gonna immersion chill it. That's what I'm gonna do. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Ooh, this is gonna get spicy though with the, oh, that's hot. Oh! Holy shit, that's hot. All right, so. Come on, man. Come on, man. There we go. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough room for this other basket. Oh, yeah. Dude, when brute force doesn't work, apply more brute force. That went in there just fine. Yeah, this would be perfect. Listen, you know, I thought it's been a long day. It's my watch is off. Like it said my bedtime is come and gone. Okay. But here's the thing, you know, like what Hannibal always used to say is, I love it when a plan comes together. But what I love more than that is when not having a plan comes together. Because I didn't use the chiller, I didn't use the pump or the hoses or a plate chiller that I would then have to figure out how to clean out since I'm, without the kettle, since I'm gonna be fermenting in the kettle. And this is a better option. I think this worked out better. So, I did just spill a lot of water on the floor, but that's fine. Shit. All right. Holy shit, why are these hoses completely full of water? I'm not the last one to have used them, so I can blame this on somebody else. Dude, is there not a gasket in this thing? Holy shit, I'm gonna lose it if there's not. There is, okay. Alrighty. Yeah, you know what? There's a time and a place for everything. And right now, it's this immersion chiller. What I do need to do is, let's here, take a look at the old, dude, this wart is already more clear than I want it to be. I feel like JW has screwed me on this World Flag tablet. No way. All right, 194, so we do need to drop it some. Still. All right. Here's where we are. We are brewing a Hazy IPA with Nectaron hops, and I'm doing a little bit differently than this time. This is very similar to the Midwest Haze beer and recipe kit and video that we just put out. This, however, is using Nectaron hops, number 1. We added a half of a World Flag tablet at the end of the boil, which I ordinarily would not have done, but only did it to appease JW, the owner of the homebrew shop that supplies all of our recipe kits. He said that would be good. It looked like we had a pretty massive break here. There was just like no haze in that at all. So anyway, there's that, and this is actually kind of cool because we're going to be able to compare it to the other hazy that we brewed, which we actually still have on tap. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use our new steam distillation lid. This is actually just, I guess, our tri-clamp lid for the brewing system, which you can get if you have our brewing system. You can get this as a like as a add-on or whatever. And I am going to seal this thing up. I'm going to add, well, first I'm going to add some Kvike yeast. Shit, I need to aerate it. No, it's dry. We're good. I'm going to seal it up. I'm going to put a spunning valve on it. And I'm going to set the temp to 100, and I'm going to ferment right in the kettle. Yeah, baby. Dude, there was so much water in these hoses. Emmett and Libby, I'm talking to you. I got a ridiculous amount of water on the floor. But you know what? I guess now the floors are clean. They're certainly wet. My strategy for the water is just to spread it out. I would not brew this beer on a shag carpet, especially if you're using cooling water hoses that are completely full of liquid. All right, so I do need to keep an eye on the temperature though. Ooh, 172, exactly what I need. Let's agitate this a little bit. I'm sure that sounds great. Dude, I swear, man. All right, so I need to add all of the rest of these hops. This is just a lot of hops. I mean, this is a stupid amount of hops to add to these baskets. just 1 ounce expanded in this one like pretty massively. Right? I might do a combination. I might even add a bag. I do have a bag. This, by the way, is why I own Clawhammer and Marshall owns Brewlosophy, because it doesn't matter. I do it differently every time. Nothing ever gets done the same. I can't find that bag either. Oh, anyway, so I need to add, so I've done the 1 ounce of Nectaron, so I need to add 3 ounces. I'm gonna have to do like kind of parse this out. So I need to add 3 ounces of Citra. I'm gonna add 2 ounces to the baskets, and I'm gonna add 1 ounce straight into the kettle. And that's gonna be in the kettle the entire fermentation. All right. Now, next, here's my other Citra. All right, it's going to go straight in the kettle. Now I'm going to add a Mosaic and an Amarillo to the baskets. Actually, I'm going to get a bag. I'm getting a bag. All right, I feel like I've maxed out these baskets. So I'm going to do an Amarillo and a Mosaic in the bag. And then I'm getting crazy. I'm going to do the 2 ounces of Nectaron straight into the kettle. Ooh, man, those hops smelled really good. I should probably keep track of this guy. That's not how you do that. All right. And then the last thing's last. 2 ounces of Nectaron straight in the kettle. Oh yeah. So that means I'm going to basically have 3 ounces of dry hops that are going to be in here at like 100 degrees. Since I'm going to be fermenting this in here with Kveik using kettle power. Boom. All right, now, Siri, set a timer for 20 minutes.
20 minutes starting now.
Thanks. You're the best. All right, cool. So once these guys sit for 20 minutes, and I'm gonna chill it the rest of the way down to pitching temp, which, how should I do this? Because this is 74 probably. That's what it is in here. I don't really want to pitch this at I'm wondering if I should pitch this at like, I'm wondering if I should chill as close to like 74 as I can get. Excuse me, and then pitch this, and then like use the heating element to bring it back up to 100. Because you know I don't want to shock the yeast. All right. What is going on in the chat? You know, I'm noticing that like immediately when I start agitating this bag and these baskets, the hops are like kind of dispersing into the beer. So if you use hop baskets or bags, I would probably recommend doing that. Like I said, we have had issues where we haven't been using baskets for quite some time unless we're doing like something that we really want no hops in, you know, like a light lager or something like that. We want no hop like debris or anything in there. For our IPAs, we've been using the Whirlpool arm and the counterflow chiller, so we get better hop utilization and we get hoppier beers and they taste better. So. Man, these hops smell great. All right. Sweet, got all the hops in there. What's our liquid level? Man, I still feel like we're gonna be a little low on this one. Well, whatever, I think it's too late now. I'm a dummy with fragmented life skills. I'm a dummy with fragmented life skills. We have that in common. Who somehow got a college degree. Me too. Could you guys possibly make a how to set up the claw hammer pulley for dummies video? That's the kind of thing that you buy and you take the instructions and you just throw them in the trash and you just figure it out, man. Yeah, I guess, yeah, that's a good point. We could do that. We could make a pulley video. Looking at the pulley, honestly, it looks like Emmett got us a new pulley and put it up there. I don't even recognize that one. Sure. How to use a pulley with that in the video. Do you have a lot of pump without? You have a lot of pump loss without a pump to whirlpool. Why is that? Oh, yeah. All right, guys, here's the deal. Sugar loss. That's a question. Chat, hold it down for me. I gotta take a leak. Nice, man. Joe Show, that was on our system? I think that's the way to do it if you're trying to make a big beer. You hold some water back and then you just do a sparge. Yeah, overnight mash is where it's at. Heck yeah, buddy. Nice. I like your style. I like it. All right, 12 minutes left. I'm gonna finish this beer here. I'm gonna say good but not great. And I'm at a crossroads here. Do I pour one of Libby's Oktoberfests? Or do I drink one of these beers from the bottle shop that I just got? Dude, overnight smash. Oh, Tom Trex, come on, bro. I want to drink one of these beers. West Coast IPA, I don't really want to drink that one, but I am really curious about these other ones because I have West Coast IPA from Fontaflora, which has, West Coast style with dry hopped with Citra and Strata. Strata is what caught my eye on that one. And then Dissolver, honestly, I'm going to drink this. I already know I'm going to drink this beer. So Vic Secret, Enigma, Citra Dyna Boost, and Citra Cryo. These are my homeboys. I like these guys. Although Mike didn't respond to my last email about doing a thing together, I'm drinking it anyway. No, I am happy with the homebrew. It's just like I like to try new things, and let's couple things here. Number one, I thought that Libby's Oktoberfest was phenomenal. All right, you know what? I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna do both. How about that? We'll compromise here. You know what I'm gonna do after that? I drink this Oktoberfest and I drink this can. I'm gonna run for the fucking some sort of government. You know, because this is how you get things done. A little bit of compromise. Ooh, yeah, this is looking good. Oh yeah, Libby's Oktoberfest is looking real nice. Smells great. But we haven't, I don't know, I don't think Emmett and Libby drank a whole lot while I was out of town the last couple weeks, so. Oh man, look at that beer. Oh my goodness. Will you look at that? Will you just look at it? Is that in focus? Man. Looks good and smells good. Smells great. Yeah, gosh dang, I really like the smell of this beer. All right, you guys won. Passed out in the green room. Dude, this has got a weird taste right now. I haven't drank this one in a minute. I didn't notice this before, but I kind of like, I'm wondering if this is strange. I mean, it's really good. This beer is great, but I'm tasting like a different thing that I didn't taste the last time. It's smoothed out a lot. It's been chilling for, I haven't drank this beer in probably 3 weeks. I was out of the country actually for 2 weeks. I was in Brazil. I was kiteboarding because that's my thing, man. That's what I live for, guys. I like brewing beer too, but that's my number one thing, to be honest. But it has like this really like kind of like grapey taste. In a really nice way. BRB, gotta run and pour another beer from my other hand. I like it. Damn. The last time I drank this, it had like a really like a ginger cookie vibe. It had more body, I feel. I perceived more body, I guess. And this has a really like interesting, like kind of like grape taste to it. I don't know why, but I like it. Oh yeah. All right. I guess I am gonna double fist. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna chill with that and see where that takes me. Just woke up in South Africa. Where are you, and how do I get an invite to South Africa? Bro, did 2,197 miles on the Appalachian Trail. Heck yeah, Tom Trex. The name checks out. The Lost in the Woods book, one of my favorite books. Dave Katz throwing the toilet paper off the cliff and Lost in the Woods. LOL. That's cool, Tom. Yeah, that's true. So I'm blowing out my taste buds with all the hops and then tasting like pure malt. So it's like eating a salted pork and then dark chocolate. Sure, yeah, I get it. how am I alone this Friday night? Well, Emmett and Libby are under the weather somehow. And the wife and kid are at home. We're gonna hang all day tomorrow. I think we're going to watch Ohio State tomorrow at 11. And after we kind of chill out in the morning, and then who knows what we'll get into in the afternoon, probably throw a football or something like that, or kick a soccer ball. But yeah, we're kind of, you know, we told everybody we were gonna live stream every brew day in 2025. Obviously that did not happen, but we're gonna try to close out the year strong. Dude, you had me with next to the coast. Yeah, that's true. Honestly, I expected Emmett and Libby to drop in, but I think they're both under the weather. I don't know what happened to them. Something knocked them out. Wadsworth, Ohio. Where is that exactly in Ohio? And I gotta say this, just first of all, it doesn't matter. Going from Ohio, anywhere in Ohio, especially outside of like the southeast Ohio, to the Appalachian Trail is like going from the Earth to fucking Mars. I grew up in Northwest Ohio. You know what? South Dakota. That's like, so the Black Hills, yeah, I'd like to go there. That's where like Badlands is, right? Man, it just started pouring rain out here. Emmett is a gentle beast. He is, really. Yeah, Emmett is cool. He does have a left in his garage, and I haven't been over to his house in a minute, but I guess he just built like a room in his garage for brewing as well. So wait, who said? Yeah, you know what? I've always wanted to go to the Badlands, and I've not made it. All right. Cool, so my timer is going off here. I'm gonna chill her down to, I think I'm gonna chill it down as cold as I can get it. And then I'm gonna add the yeast, and then I'm going to bring the temp back up with the yeast in the kettle. Oh shit, man. All right. I said, I feel like agitation is beneficial for like hop oil distribution. So I'm gonna do a little bit of that as well. I did put 2 ounces of Nectaron in here. I feel like I'm gonna be low on the volume. I did have that feeling earlier. No, maybe not. Maybe not, actually. I might be right on the money. No, because I want 5.5, and I think I'm gonna be low. I'm gonna be below that. So 149. Okay. Yeah. Dude, you did not have an uncle named Nectaron. fuck, we already named this beer Golden Orbit, but Uncle Nectaron would be a way cooler name. Aquariums, no. Come on, man. Oh yeah, thank you. Don't forget to check gravity. I will do the gravity. You know what? Luke, we've had this idea before where we find people across the country that have our brewing system and we just like contact them. We drop in on them at their house and we brew a beer with them and just kind of do a tour. That would be fucking sweet and I would love that. It'd be a lot of work. I just feel like these days, you know, I don't know. It'd be fun. It would certainly be fun. I don't think it would make good business sense, but would it make good fun sense? Yes, for sure. That's a good idea. No, I'm not into aquariums, but I did get a while back. There was this YouTube channel I was kind of like, got sucked into. This guy who made like basically like a terrarium in his aquarium. So it was like an aquarium, but it was like mostly focused on the plants. You know what I'm talking about? It pretty sucked me in pretty good. I'm into kiteboarding. You have a big kite up in the air, you basically on a wakeboard or like a snowboard, you're just using the wind. It's like wakeboarding, but you can fly. That's what I'm into. Iowa Matt, Ross is not doing well. He's doing as well as he can, but he is still on this side of the dirt. So if you're one of the, I'm assuming by the fact that you asked about him, you were one of the people who commented on the video that we made about him or the Instagram or his Instagram post. Thank you for doing that. Ross is an awesome dude, so. But I think he may be making an Asheville appearance soon. He has been dealing with some kind of acute health issues that I think he's worked out, and he's doing like a road trip at this point. He's just starting his road trip tomorrow, so. Sub Kyle, eating pickles, cheese, and salami. I like it. How many beers have you had? How many beers did you drink prior to that? For me, that's about like 6. That's like my 7th beer is the pickle, cheese, and salami. Okay, so the thing I'm confused about, Powers, is that This Old House is still a show that's on TV. This is Bob Vila we're talking about. He cannot still be alive. Yeah, thanks, Noah. I will tell him that. I mean, I do tell him that. I tell him that all the time, that people, I tell him that we do these live streams, people comment about them. We do videos, people comment about Ross. We do Instagram posts and whatever posts, people comment about Ross. I tell him that all the time, man. And thank you so much for saying that. 4 beers between. So pickles and salami is your 5th beer. We should just make a beer called Pickles and Salami. Jimmy John's has a pickle witch. I need to investigate. All right, Libby's Oktoberfest. Yes, great, very nice job. I'm gonna crack this beer. At least. Beer Koi, yeah, you know what? I mean, unfortunately, the doctors are right in this case. He's been working with specialists for 10 years, like some of the best in the world for the kind of cancer he has. So, you know, life is just not fair. Holy shit. This is the kind of beer, this is aptly named Uppercuts and Laser Tag. That describes the fucking taste of this beer very well. Bob Vila is still alive? So this is a Dissolver beer. This is a local Asheville beer. You probably can't get this beer anywhere outside of North Carolina, but it's called Uppercuts and Laser Tag. And I got the beer, I bought it because it's a double dry hopped hazy pale IPA. It's Vic Secret, Enigma, Citra, Dynaboost, and Citra Cryo. What I'm curious about is like what is providing the like really peppery taste. Dude, this is, if I brewed this beer, I would be very happy. All right, so, all right, well, let's get on the same page here, everybody. The Pickle Witch from Jimmy John's is a sub sandwich with meat, cheese, and a huge pickle. I'm all about that. That sounds great after about 5 or 6 beers. How's Rachel from the early videos? I don't know, I haven't talked to Rachel in a minute. I think she's doing all right. You know what, I should reach out to Rachel. Maybe I'll do that right now. No, that's gonna be too much effort. I'll do it tomorrow. Rachel is one of my favorite people. She moved out to California. She's got a job that allowed her to do that, so that was her thing. Sweet potato beer, man, that's a really good idea. Yeah, I'm really into the idea of turning any random starch into alcohol. So whether that be like barley that we usually use, or rice, which I've done, which has turned out really well, or beets and carrots, which we've done, or like I really want to do a squash beer. I've never done that. I've never done like a potato beer. So yeah, I've never done a sweet potato beer, but I feel like that could be really good. Like, what style of beer would be best to toss some sweet potatoes in? Like a good sweet potato, like Thanksgiving dish, it's almost unbeatable. All right, so grew a ton of limes this year. What kind of beer would you brew to drop a slice of lime in? A Mexican lager. We did a Mexican lager. You guys, we haven't made a video about it, but it is phenomenal. And what we used to flavor it was crystallized lime. a super small amount of crystallized lime. This is one of the best beers we made. Emmett brewed the beer. He abused the beer. He was just downright abusive to the beer. He just the amount of time he let it sit on the yeast and at like a high temperature, but somehow this beer turned out so well, and it's got this amazing lime flavor. We used a crystallized lime. It tastes really sweet, although there's no sugar at all in it. So other than just, you know, the residual sugar from the post fermentation. So I would brew a Mexican lager if I had a bunch of limes to burn and I wanted to dump it in a beer. Dancing Squirrel Brewery, thank you for being a member. And what are you saying here? I may have missed it, but I'm not seeing a band in the, yeah. So, yes, so this is a brand new thing we're doing. This is a Hazy IPA. I'm going to ferment this with some Kvike yeast. I'm going to crank the temperature up. When I've done this in the past, I've used our original lid. This guy here, no seal or anything. I just, you know, put it on like you normally would, and I weigh it down with, you know, a bunch of heavy stuff, and hoping to create the best seal I can possibly create. We now have a dedicated sealed tri-clamp equipped lid with a butterfly clamp, and that allows you to do several things. So first and foremost, you can use a steam condenser for your boil if, you know, you're in a situation where somebody doesn't like the smell of the boil in the house. The second thing you can do is you can add a spunning valve to that, and you can ferment in your kettle, which is what I'm going to do with this beer. I'm going to use some Kvike yeast, and that is going to allow me to actually create, you know, have this legit fermentation environment and at a high temperature with the Kvike, and blast this beer out in a couple of days. And then the last thing you could do is, let's see here, I have a column around here somewhere. You can use this as a legit distiller. So you can actually make super high proof whiskey with this, with the butterfly clamp, the seal, and the ferrule. Dude, here's what I love about Rachel. I could text Rachel right now and I could say, "You up?" and she would fucking shoot back with something fucking hilarious. I love Rachel. She's one of my favorite people ever, and I wish Rachel still lived in North Carolina. We would get her on here. Yeah, man, I wish we could get, I mean, so I was talking with Charlie from Golden Hive today, and I think maybe Charlie and Golden Hive and Charlie and CH and I might get together in Asheville at some point in the future. Haven't thrown that to CH, but I think he'd be down. Yes. A squash beer that's historic. So if you have a historic squash beer recipe, shoot it over. I'm down. I'm totally down. Like in my personal, you know, like I love making squash to eat. I eat a lot of squash. When I'm like in the wintertime, that's like my go-to thing. I'll make butternut squash or acorn squash or like a Mother Hubbard squash or spaghetti squash, delicata squash. Like I'm all about that shit. I eat that. I'll eat a lot of squash, and I would love to make a beer with it. We've talked about it. We've never done it. Oh wait, so With sweet potato is, I guess potatoes are gluten-free. That's true. So we can make a gluten-free beer. Dude, I love that idea. Glutenator, sweet potato and molasses. All right, you had me at that, but then you lost me at it was pretty good. I want something that's really good. So this, listen, email Emmett, info@Clawhammer Supply. This lid should be for sale somewhere on our website. That's what I've been told, at least. Sonny, what's up, dude? Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Dude, one of the things I love about these brew days, like the live streams, are all the beer ideas. And I want to, like, you know, I've heard several beer ideas that I really like. Cranberry Saison would be a really good one. I could see how that could be really good. I feel like Saison is a great, like, Thanksgiving holiday beer. Dude, do you even squash, bro? The bubble gump of squash. I could probably keep going too. Yes, canned pumpkin. Just generic squash. Generic squash. I don't know. All right. If you happen to be in Asheville, North Carolina, or really anywhere in North Carolina at any point in the near future, and you're looking for a great fucking beer, dissolvers, uppercuts and uppercuts and laser tag is where it's at. I'm really liking this. Dude, thank you. 80 degrees. Let's see here. I'm trying to get down as low as possible. So, agitate this and see what that does. Yeah, 79.3. Nice. I feel like we can get a little bit lower. I bet it'll go down to 75. All right, listen, as a guy who eats a lot of squash, I've never heard of Dickinson squash. Now, I'm curious. Dickens cider. So my hometown had I think it was Dickinson, but maybe it was Dickens Cider, a company called Dickens Cider, and then also Manly Meats. So Vic Secret and Enigma are two hops that we have not used, and I think that's gotta be next on our list. Right now we're in this like weird place where we're we have like all of the hops from last season are on their way out, and the hops from this next season are starting to trickle in. So that's why we're brewing this Nectaron beer. It's because the crush hops just ran out and the new harvest has not been completely processed. So that's been a really popular recipe kit for us. It's a fucking phenomenal beer. And so yeah, we're just gonna put that out of stock for a minute until we get some more crush. So we're redoing the recipe with Nectaron hops. I'm using everything. I'm using the same everything else, like all of like we've got some Citra, we got some Mosaic, and what else do we have in here? We have some Amarillo, and then we've just subbed the crush hops with some Nectaron. Grain's the same, yeast is the same. One thing that I am going to do differently with this is I added a half of a Whirl Flock tablet against my will, but JW down at the homebrew shop told me to do that. So I'm going to see how the haze holds up by adding a half of a Whirl Flock tablet. I feel like that's like, you wouldn't want to do that. It's like a non-sequitur. Like it doesn't make sense to do it that way, because the wheat malt and the oats and also the chit, the proteins from those greens are what provides the stable haze. So I don't know why JW was insistent on the Whirl Flock, but I guess his point was that the oils from the hops will provide haze, and then that the Whirl Flock hop tablet, his point was it was gonna precipitate out stuff that we don't want and leave stuff that we do. So I guess this will be an experiment, and we'll see how the haze of this holds up to the haze of the other beer. But anyway, we're also going to use our new lid that is apparently not on the website, according to many people in the comment section, though I think it is on the website somewhere. Email Emmett, it's info@Clawhammer Supply. But the new lid has a tri-clamp attached. It has an actual seal, a silicone seal, which is going to allow me to seal this thing up and then put a spunding valve on the tri-clamp and ferment this thing at 100 degrees with the Kveik yeast, which means it's going to be done in like 3 days. I've not tested the gravity yet, but I will. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a leak real quick. So chat, hold it down, and then as soon as I get back, I'm going to add the yeast and heat this back up. All right. have some scissors around here somewhere. There we go. Here's what I think I should do. I think I should take these hops out. Just gonna dump this grain real quick. All right, I'm gonna take these hops out. Well, come on now. Oh, shit. All right. That didn't quite work out how I thought it was going to. You guys know that puzzle where there's like the farmer and who has a hen, a bag of feed, and a fox, and he needs to get them all across the river. We can only take 2 things at a time. That's what I feel like I'm dealing with right now. Because I want this to drain. I don't want to put it in there till it's I'm trying to drain 2 things at once. Maybe this is what I need to do. Get this guy out of here first. Oh shit. All right, that's not how you do it. Man, dancing squirrel. Holding it down for JW. I'm a little low on my volume, so I don't want to like lose any liquid that I don't have to. This is the liquid that I really want. All right. Shit. Okay. So, I think I can ditch this chiller too. This is as cold as this is gonna get. Guess I'll just put that in this bucket. This JW that I speak of is, he's usually in the chat, but J-Dubs is the owner of our local homebrew shop. Super knowledgeable and passionate guy on the topic of home brewing, which is convenient for us and convenient for him and his customers, given that he owns a home brewing shop. He's a power nerd, man. When it comes to making beer, J-Dubs is a power nerd, and I mean that as a compliment. I've made a little bit of a mess. Not as much of a mess as I usually make. So I'm gonna count this as a W. All right, so we have some Voss yeast I'm gonna pop in here. I'm gonna be doing a really weird thing with this, but I'm gonna pop this in here. Get everything in here, right, guys? We have not missed anything. This is where I'm like, I feel like I've screwed something up. I think only because we haven't made a huge mess, or also I'm the only one here. Okay, so the Voss is in. My strategy is this. I know you're not supposed to, I mean, one of the things you want to avoid when brewing is like temperature shocking the yeast. And I don't really know how much time yeast needs to, not be temperature shocked. But my strategy on this one has been to cool it down to as close to the yeast temp as possible. So it's 72 in here. Yeah, and I cooled this down to, well, it says we're at 71, 72. So perfect. We've got a perfect match. However, this is Kvike yeast, and I'm gonna ferment this in the kettle. I don't need this to be done for anything, but dude, check the gravity. Thank you, man. Fuck, you guys are awesome. All right, I check this gravity. What I was about to get to. So I don't need this to be done anytime soon for anything, but Jesus Christ. We have this new lid with a tri-clamp fitting on it, which is like a game changer. This is kind of a big deal. It turns this thing from just a brewing system into a brewing system with a steam, a boil, condenser arm, and a fermenter, and a legit distiller. Where is the column that I had for this guy? Yeah, I don't know how familiar you all are with Klonheimer. We started out as a distillation company. So anyway, like this is the kind of thing you're going to be able to attach to this. This is a legit copper column and condenser. We have an even more ridiculous bubble plate column around here somewhere. And you can attach a deflegmator, you can attach a gin basket. You can make some serious booze with this thing. Anyway, let me check the gravity. Thank you for reminding me. I would totally have forgotten. So, you guys don't need to see this. I'm just going to pour a little bit off the bottom here. Okay, I don't know what this is supposed to be, but let me get a pen. Then I guess that I kind of lost my train of thought there, but the other thing that this is going to allow me to do is ferment right in the kettle at temperature. So this is 10, I say this is 1055. 1055. So probably go down to 1010. So it's gonna be about 6%, 5.9%. 10:55 starting. Is that the target? I don't know, and I don't care. I'm just gonna pop this back in here. I think we'll be fine. All right. How we do, dude? 11:48. I wanted to get this done before midnight. I think I'm gonna be good. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna heat this back up. I'm just gonna set this to 100. So I'm gonna have to change this from percentage of power to set point. Guys, what temperature should I ferment at for this Kveik? It's Voss Kveik. What do you think? 10 at lunchtime tomorrow. It's possible. I'm kind of excited to kind of see how fast this drops. This will be kind of a cool experiment. Dude, how do you know that 10, you fucking with me? What was the OG target at 10:54? Oh, Emmett, it's Emmett, Jesus Christ. Dude, nailed it, man. I fucking nailed it. We did this together, Emmett. You kind of just did it on its own, let's be honest. When are you adding the chemical X? Soon. All right. I feel like I forgot to press the button because it's not doing it. Yes, I did. Here's what I kind of want to do. I don't really want to bump this all the way up at once. Ooh, shoot. Okay, that's not right. I think I'll do like 10 degrees at a time. I am cooking some yeast, that's right. I feel like this is better than adding 70-degree yeast to 100-degree wort. We'll see. I would drink a psychedelic beer from ergot-infected rye and barley. I would, for sure. And I guarantee I wouldn't hold any kind of a witch trial. I can handle my ergot. Yeah, so the question is like, how fast can I heat this up? because this, you know, it's like 5,500 watts, so we can get it from 70 up to 100 like real fast. So how, you know, at what point have I like negated the like the soft landing? What the hell is a Nectaron? I don't know. We're about to find out. I don't think we've used Nectaron before. All right, so we got 10 degrees here. I guess we'll bump up another 10. I kind of have a feeling that if we stepped it up slower, it would be better, but I don't really have the ability to do that. I'll tell you what though, the next beer I brew is gonna be with Vic's Secret and Enigma. Vic's Secret or Enigma. I tell you what, I had a beer midsummer down at a brewery by the river that got wiped out by the flood, and they made a lager, like a single hoppy lager with Hallertau. Mash Bros, thanks bro. Much love from Kansas City, Missouri. Thanks, dude. Hallertau. Yeah, man. So like it was actually called Mittelfrüh, was the name of the beer, Mittelfrüh. Yeah, I've read a couple comments I've not commented on. All right. Yeah, we've never done like a single hop noble, which would be cool, I think. Guys, what temperature should, yeah, 10 more degrees. So what should I ferment this at? That's my question. So I'm gonna wait till you guys tell me what to do before before I do it. 95. I mean, I kind of want to go as high as possible. So like, how high can I go with Kvike and not mess it up? I think we've done 100 before. Yeah, we've done 98 degrees before. We've done 98.6 degrees before. I didn't kill the yeast. No, this is Kvike. It can hang, dude. I'm thinking 100 myself. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Just gonna be honest. In my mind, I'm thinking I'm gonna do 100 no matter what you guys say. Unless you have a compelling reason to do something else. Repitch with decent yeast. No, come on, man. Kvike's great, especially for a beer like this. 107, all right. And how fast did that ferment? And how did the beer turn out? All right, so somebody looked it up. Noah Michael Lindsay. The person with 3 first names. Look this up. Voskevike has a temperature range of 95 to 104. And apparently it should taste like Bjork. Okay, insane temps. I'm gonna do 104. Fuck it, guys. We're gonna go Kvike to the max. So 104 it is. I was gonna do 100. Oh shit, 190. No, don't do that. I was gonna do 100, but what's another 4 degrees among friends? $104. Somebody said they bet this was going to be at 10:10 by noon tomorrow. This is kind of a crazy thing to do. All right, so this is the lid. I'm going to pop this on here. I'm going to seal it up with this guy here, the butterfly clamp. Florida Man. We should have named this beer Florida Man. Fuck, we fucked this up. I think I might rename it Florida Man. I'm sorry, Emmett came up with the golden orbit. I think we have to rename it Florida Man. If this beer turns out really good, I'm renaming it Florida Man. 100%. Gonna rename it Florida Man. This would be a good beer to I hope it's a good beer to drink while kite surfing. All right, so here's how the lid works. It's actually a super thick lid. We have a super beefy 1.5 inch tri-clamp. It's a pressure relief valve. It's 5 psi. This is really for distilling. Right, but you can use this as like a steam condenser lid for during your boil. And then it has a port here, 1/4 inch, I think, maybe 1/2 inch NPT for a pressure gauge. You could also put a temp gauge there if you wanted. So BrewQ, what is up, my man? This is a new lid that we have. It's for distilling. And I wish I could find that bubble plate kettle. I'm sorry, bubble plate column. Nope, it's elusive. It's hiding from me. It's around here somewhere. But anyway, we made this to turn our brewing system into a distiller. But Ballistic Zero, here we go. Next beer, Clear IPA. You can call it Bodie McBoatface. I like that. You're welcome. Can't wait for my new 10-gallon to come in. Sweet. Interesting. What if we did like a dude? What if we did like a hard seltzer, but it was like a hard IPA seltzer? I like that idea. Too high. Did I fuck the temperature up? Are we good? It is too high. Damn. We overshot that. It'll come down, guys. Don't worry. I'm gonna turn down to 103. It is too high. I think we'll still be fine. What if Zima was an IPA? That is the name. That's the name of the IPA seltzer. Guys, see, this is why I like live streaming. People come up with good ideas. It's like hop water, except it has alcohol in it. Hop hard seltzer, yes. Dude, Ballistic, I'm hearing you out. I like this idea. I like the idea. Clear IPA. Fucking clear IPA. That is a great fucking idea. All right, I need to find the spunding valve for this. All right, spunding valve. Well, there's one right behind me. All right, here we go. All I need now is a tri-clamp. All right. So here's the magic of the new lid. I've got some Kveik yeast in here, which can ferment at super high temps. And that's not possible to achieve unless it's summertime and you just sit it outside, or you ferment in your kettle, which is what I'm going to do. And you use your controller and heating element to dial in the temperature, which is what I'm doing here. Where are we at? Yeah, we're still really high. All right, I'm gonna drop this down to 100. I think the yeast is gonna be fine, but when you calibrate these things, it's not like you don't calibrate them for 100 degrees. You calibrate them for mash temp, really. So, lesson learned. What if Zima was an IPA? I like it. Malted milk extract, water soluble for the clear IPA to add malt flavor. Interesting. Boss yeast, you. Did I just fuck this up, guys? It's feeling pretty hot. So I'm gonna take the pressure regulator like completely off this. Oopsie, too much. I'm gonna give you guys the. Set 107. We're coming down. We're coming down. We're fine. I think the yeast is gonna be fine. All right. I'm gonna add a little bit of water to the spunding valve, and I'm gonna add some star sand. Just got it on my fingers. It's not good. Actually, I think I'm gonna add a little bit of this first. All right. All right, so this is an experiment. Never done this before. Well, I have done this before, but I've not done it with the lid and the spunding valve. So super exciting. Kyle's not having an affair with Libby. Libby's a lesbian, if you guys didn't know that. She literally is married to a woman. She's engaged to a woman. And I have a wife. And I wouldn't have an affair with anybody. All right. Now we have that out of the way. This is the first time I've done this. You guys are witnessing history here. So we've got this this new lid with the 1.5-inch tri-clamp. We have the spunding valve on here. I am brewing a Kvike beer at 100, and ideally we're gonna do 104. Yeah, I hesitate to bump it up at this point because it's really calibrated. When you calibrate these things, you calibrate them for a specific temperature range, and we've calibrated it for like mash temperature, which also assumes that there's like grain in there as well, which has, I guess, probably some thermal mass. So Libby is a lesbian IPA. We'll have her brew that one. Anyway. Yeah, so we're gonna do, I dropped it down to 100. I kind of want to do a little bit more than 100 though. Let's go 102. You know, maybe we'll kind of do this a little bit at a time. The next one I'll try 104 again. Set this to 102 and probably bounce between hopefully 102, 104 and 100. But I'm gonna hit the upper limits of Kvike. I'm gonna come in tomorrow at noon. Well, probably like 1 or 2 actually, and I'm going to check the gravity, and we're going to see how fast we can ferment some Kvike yeast in this thing. It is like hot. Is it like hot temperature? It is, right? It's like 104, something like that. 107, good hot tub temperature. Oh man, we got some good thunder. Like a late summer, early fall thunderstorm. We got some good names here, guys. I like it. We got some good legit names. And then we have Libby is a lesbian IPA, which is a great legit name. All right, I even took a gravity measurement here, 1055, right on target because our target was 1054. You know what? Did we actually do something right? I don't know, or did we just get lucky? Who knows? And you know what? I actually don't really care. But thanks everybody for hanging out. It's been real fun. I always love doing these live streams because you guys have really good comments and you have a lot of good ideas too. And it makes it fun. Sorry we actually haven't live streamed as much as we said we would this year. You know, just life happens sometimes. And that's just how it goes. But thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. It's been real. It's been fun. Peace.